Hey, welcome back to the Ping Pong Flix Show. My name is Chris Wong. I got a bunch of DC updates for you today, but before we get into that, I would have to thank my newest member of the Ping Pong Flix Show. Thank you so much to JF Cadrin or Cadrin. You'll probably let me know how I'm supposed to say that in the comments below, but thank you so much for joining the members of the Ping Pong Flix Show, including all the other members. Thank you so much. You are the lifeline of the Ping Pong Flix Show. I truly appreciate every single one of you, and we're reached at 72 so far. So once we get to 100 members, we will definitely have a random prize drawing for DC merchandise. And of course, subscribers, thank you so much for subscribing to this daily DC content of movies, shows, and video games. Speaking of shows, that's the first topic of the day. The first one is Ryan Wilder, Batwoman, will be canonized in the Batgirl comic. This is coming from reviews by Brooks. Says, according to current Batgirl writers, I think it says Cecile Castellucci, Ryan Wilder, aka the new Batwoman, played by Javicia Leslie on CW's Batwoman, will make her first comic appearance in Batgirl number 50 next week. Curious to see what future plans they have for this new character in the comics. So it looks like she is going to be popular pretty soon, or they're gauging that she will be, and that they're going to put her in the comics. Now, this is not new. You know, they've done that for a while. Even in Batman v Superman, they put the Nightmare suit in there and things like that. They do that all the time, but it's great to see that she's getting a little bit of attention in the comics for this. So this is the page, or one of the pages, I think, that she'll be in this comic, and this is the comic that she's going to be in, Batgirl number 50. So if you're a fan of Batwoman and want to see Javicia Leslie's version of Batwoman, Ryan Wilder, in the comics, this will be the first comic you should definitely check out. All right, next up is a little bit of the other, non-Gotham character, Superman. Superman's suit is said to be beyond good in Superman and Lois. We still haven't seen it yet. No one's showing it, but this picture did go out. Nope, it's not him in the suit, but he does have a new haircut. Cool, but I'm thinking under that trench coat is probably his new suit, and I'm ready and wanting to see what it is. Who said it's going to be beyond good? It's apparently Elizabeth Tulloch had said that his new suit is beyond, it's so good. And this is in response to a fan complaint saying his hope he has a better suit and actually looks good in it. That last suit was terrible, no muscle at all. And I'm going to have to agree that it doesn't accentuate if he had any muscles at all. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure he worked out. But that suit, it didn't fit very well. They know that it didn't fit very well. The producers even said that that was made quickly for the crossover events, and they really need to work on that. So I'm really intrigued to see what he's going to look like. I mean, even Brandon Routh looked terrific in the Kingdom Come suit. He was huge. He was like, damn, that's Superman. And there's not so Superman. So it's like it really, they putting next to each other was probably not a good idea, because you really see how small Tyler Hoechlin is in comparison to Brandon Routh when he was in the Kingdom Come suit. So I hopefully the way the suit works, like Michael Wilkinson, he designed some of the Batman v Superman, no, actually all of the Batman v Superman Justice League, made the suit so it really accentuates the muscles. Even during the Spider-Man days, Sam Raimi, I think they really wanted to make the suit kind of form fit a little bit, or they put indentions or things to really accentuate that there is muscle, there's mass. So hopefully the new suit will definitely be like that. And like I said from before, this was a concept they did for the pilot a while back, and maybe this could essentially be what the new suit's going to look like. It doesn't accentuate that much, but he does look much bigger in there. He does look more like Superman in that suit. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll see. They've already started shooting, and hopefully at this rate, they should throw out the picture just to get people excited for Superman and Lois a little bit, to see that, okay, this is going to be a real Superman TV show, and this is your new Superman with the new S and everything, and let's get it, right? Let's see what that looks like. So pretty excited to see a little bit about that. All right, we're still in the TV shows a little bit. Now it's in terms of Titans. Titans apparently lands early season 4 renewal on HBO Max. This is coming from the Vulcan Reporter. Titans lands early season 4 on HBO Max streaming. Having just acquired DC Universe's original content library, HBO Max is already looking like an amazing home for their Titans superhero series. This should not be surprising to fans of the series, as Titans has already gotten early renewals before. The second season of Titans was ordered before the first one had even premiered, while the season 3 renewal was announced before the finale of season 2. Stargirl, now on the CW, also had its second season renewal ordered before the end of season 1. So I guess it's not a new thing, but they're starting to shoot season 3, and they're already renewing for season 4. So that looking good for Titans. But he also learned that there are spin-offs based on Titans that may potentially come out. He revealed that a Teen Titans spin-off series was in development. That's exciting. But he also heard about two more: a Red Hood series and an anthology series that follows members of the superhero team in between seasons of Titans. But before you get your hopes up, he cannot confirm that these series are in development at the moment. For now, he only knows that Warner Bros. Is interested in developing the Titans spin-offs and distributing them through HBO Max. So that could be awesome, and that's why I got the Titans thing in the background. I actually very much enjoy Titans. I'm really ready to see Titans season 3, but hearing that they're going to expand on that, maybe even there's probably going to be a time jump now, I think about it, to Titans season 3, where you don't get to see how maybe Jason becomes Red Hood, the full thing, and he just becomes Red Hood. That's why they're going to have those spin-offs like Red Hood series. Maybe even, Wonder Girl comes back. And, I would love to see a anthology spin-offs on, and this is just me because I'm a Superman fan, I would totally love to see Superboy's little adventure on his own with his dog Crypto or something, and have little adventures on that, just to have a little bit more Superman stuff happening in these shows, in these series. So that's interesting. Teen Titans one as well. That's going to be pretty cool. And that's probably going to have, that's why they're going to introduce Tim Drake into Titans and then spin him off into Teen Titans later on. So they're really expanding this world in such a way, and I hope it does well. I really do. I think this is a great thing to just see all these different interpretations and expand on the lore a little bit. Maybe actually getting into, because this is multiverse, they got the Batman, right? You don't see him in the Batman. It's like Shadow, but whatever. It's still Batman. Hey, let's get Superman, a new Superman in here. Let's get the Wonder Woman in here. The actual Justice League members in here. Maybe later on, and maybe that's why they're getting ready in that pace. So, man, that's crazy, right? I mean, that would be pretty exciting. We're finally, if everything goes well, and if they really actually expand that way, we could finally get another interpretation of Wonder Woman, right? We're getting a lot of Batmans, we're slowly getting better and more Supermans, but let's get some Wonder Woman, right? Maybe we'll actually have another Wonder Woman. It doesn't have to be just Gal. There could be another Wonder Woman on Titans, and just expand, just keep expanding. I love it when these properties, these shows, they get renewals and actually expand. Just it gives us opportunity to see more characters that we've never seen live action before. And I think that should definitely, as a DC fan, I think we should absolutely celebrate that and actually look forward to more of this stuff coming out. So, but that's pretty much all about the TV shows and series that are coming out, aside from Zack Snyder's Justice League, which I'll talk in the end. But now let's get into the movies. Black Adam, Aldis Hodge apparently is training to be Hawkman in Black Adam. Why the air quotes? Because it's not really training. DC Versal, funny comment here. Aldis Hodge, Hawkman, just posted more of your training to Black Adam Instagram. What he really means is he is researching, he's reading more into Hawkman. Every comic book, actor an actress who are getting into that comic book role will always sometimes just post, these are the comics I'm looking into, just to, research into, dive deep into their character, have a little feeling about how they should approach this character and things like that. And so this Aldis Hodge is no different. He is doing some weekend homework, as he says, hashtag Black Adam, hashtag Hawkman. And he's got a whole buttload of their different comic books to research into Hawkman lore. And so that's great. That's good. Research, dive deep into it. It also shows fans that they're willing to do the work to really develop their character so that they are recognizable to a lot of these comic book readers as well, or people who know that comic book character. So that's cool. That's great to see actors and actresses do that. Speaking of Black Adam, what's the hero opposite of Black Adam? His nemesis is Shazam. Well, apparently Adam Brody is teasing more family action in Shazam Fury of the Gods. This is coming from Heroic Hollywood. It's a little bit like there was a lot of comedic moments, and there's a sense of danger. And if you really enjoy the first Shazam, it seems like we're going to have a little bit more same like that. Maybe even more. I think the budget is a little bit higher this time around. But while speaking to Screen Rant about his new film, Kid Detective Adam Brody confirmed the family will suit up with their superpowers once again. He explained that Shazam Fury of the Gods will have moments of danger, but also won't move away from the fun comedy that went hand in hand with the first film. Take a look at Adam Brody talking about the sequel below. He said this: I'm sure there will be moments of real peril that you take seriously as well, but leaning into the comedy and leading into the goofiness and the wish fulfillment of it is all pretty natural and joyful experience. So I think it's going to be a little bit more, seeing at how many more villains are being introduced into this thing, and a lot more characters going to be into this thing. There's no setup for an origin anymore. They've got their powers, they've got their adult selves, and I think we're going to head deep into it faster and quicker than the first time around, right? There's no fish out of water. There's no learning to be a superhero or getting to be the superhero. They are the superhero right off the bat, and I think the danger will come along with that. So, and plus the budget is probably going to be a little bit bigger, and they'll probably get a little bit more action this time around than the last time around. So, really interesting to see some of that. My kids love Shazam, and they probably like Shazam more than Batman and Superman, but it's cool because I can see it through their eyes. They want to be able to have that power to say Shazam and turn into a strong adult, turn into a strong superhero. Definitely great for a family. But speaking about villains that will probably be in this thing, Shazam and the Fear of the Gods will feature 3 villainous sisters. This is an exclusive from the Illuminati, which have been pretty good at breaking this stuff lately, even cited by the Deadline for some of the stuff they break. They said that 3 mysterious sisters have been added to cast listings for this upcoming Shazam 2, also known as Shazam Fear of the Gods, as adversaries to the film. But who could these mysterious characters be, and what kind of connections might they have with other corners of the DC Extended Universe? After the massive global success of Shazam, and with Black Adam still on the road to production despite having its release date delayed indefinitely, it makes sense for the current cinematic incarnation of the DC Universe to feature more concepts and characters from that quarter of the superhero universe. But it appears 3 more mysterious figures are coming to the big screen with Shazam in his next adventure. Members of the Illuminati have been getting updates of the casting search for Shazam Fury of the Gods recently. Production on the film is set to begin in 2021, and 3 more adversaries have been added to the cast listings for the DCEU film. They are only referred to as sisters, by the way, but 3 antagonists will differ in age. Okay, here it is. The youngest of the trio will be 17, and the casting sheet suggests Spider-Man Far From Home star Zendaya as a template. The middle sister will be an established adult with Halle Berry and Eva Green offered as suggestions of what the producers are considering. Finally, the eldest sister is described as being in her 50s or 60s. Helen Mirren is the specific actress suggested as the dream casting for Shazam 2. Now, none of these are the actual actresses being approached. They're just what they're calling archetypes, the types of actresses that they're looking for. So when they call out and the casting is like, I want a Helen Mirren type, they'll start to find all these Helen Mirren type. They want a Zendaya type, they'll try to find a Zendaya type. I mean, they may ask those exact actresses too, but if they're not available, they're gonna have to find that type of type, but at least that type of role and personality in any case. So there's no really they don't really know who these villains are, but they do have some suggestions, and I don't know enough about Shazam in order to tell what these are, but they could be incarnations of the kindly ones, three powerful witches known as Cynthia, Mildred, and Mordred, though they are more associated with the Sandman corner, so they're also thinking it could be the three faces of evil. And just reading this description, the three faces of evil is a three-headed dragon. So I'm thinking kind of like King Ghidorah, if you will, from Godzilla universe, but sisters instead of boys. So that could be interesting. So and also it would, including the earlier news that the also demonic Sabbac will be featured in Black Adam. They're really holding into that supernatural, of course, and magic, of course, because it is the Shazam verse. So they're really tapping into that, and I think this really is like the opportunity for DCEU theatrical to really truly tap into the magic aspect of the DCEU, before they get into Justice League Dark and things like that. So really intrigued about that. I really want to see. I don't know if it's the main villains. I think there's other villains as well. And, as if you haven't seen Shazam, at the end of the movie, kind of hint at that one little villain. But that there could be a lot more into this as well. And I'm thinking it's going to be like one of those fantasy adventures. They're going jump throughing different worlds and stuff like that, and having to meet all these different villains. Maybe each of them has to, I would probably think each of them will probably jump into another world, and they'll have to kind of figure out how to deal with certain problems on their own, and then come together to work together or something like that. I have no idea. But in any case, I hope Superman, Henry Cavill Superman shows up. That's all I love to say about all these Shazam or Black Adam. Have Henry Cavill show up somehow, some way or the other. All right. Well, let's get into more DC films. The first, this one is a little bit tinfoil. But lately, Joe Manganiello looks kind of Deathstroke ready, if you know what I mean. We got that Collider interview that I covered the other video where he was talking about, he couldn't really talk about Deathstroke. He was kind of like he had some NDA that he couldn't talk about, but he's saying that he was restoring that scene, maybe even more. Maybe he's part of the additional photography because he's looking good. And his hair, his beard, and mustache looking very Deathstroke-ish, if you know what I mean. I mean, his hair is slightly shorter, almost mohawk in this newest shot of him. And Joe Manganiello actually retweeted a person, Lisa Perkins, who put this out. And he does have it shaved here, but he does looking very Deathstroke-like. In fact, he even kind of alluded to Deathstroke a little bit in this little clip right here.
Thanks for the fans out there who picked Garen, who knew the man had white hair and an eye patch. I mean, come on, what can be better?
It was meant to be.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Yeah, did he just say white hair and an eye patch? Who else has white hair and an eye patch? I don't know, Deathstroke, right? I mean, now he does look different than what Deathstroke appeared in Justice League, and it could be another shoot for that, or maybe they wanted to change his look. Or maybe, since we got the news yesterday that Jared Leto was back as Joker, and there was some type of additional scene with Batman, Cyborg, Mara, and Joker. And I've already kind of my put out my own theory that it could be the nightmare scenario where Joker is still alive, like one of the only surviving members, and he's helping out Batman. Well, there was also rumors that Deathstroke might even be in that nightmare future as well. So maybe in the nightmare future, he's a little bit shaved and with the mohawk to look that, I don't know, Mad Max Anarchy style. I don't know, but that'd be pretty fantastic if that's the case. But I don't know. I don't know where he is at that moment. Shooting is right now, and we could get some really cool stuff really soon. In fact, you know, one of Zack Snyder's buddies, Mick D, he actually kind of alluded that there's a Vero surprise coming. You have to really check out Vero in today, when by the time you see this, or tomorrow, at least going into the weekend. He said this: all eyes on Vero as we go into the weekend. Last October, this kind of thing haven't been imagined by even the wildest of expectations. Truly, we are drinking from the chalice now, sweet elixir, and of course, the Holy Grail, Zack Snyder's Justice League, and even Dave Avery also said, "Eyes on Vero, indeed." Zack's own buddies are saying this, and once you hear them say this, it is definitely time to get excited. Which is why I tweeted this out: release the hype engine, because it's going to be an exciting weekend. So by the time, it probably have already, maybe by the time you're listening to me, have already been released something. I don't know, but if you hasn't, keep your eye on Vero indeed. It's probably gonna be pretty fantastic, pretty great. So I think just judging from what they're saying here, Zack Snyder is gonna own this weekend. I am super excited, and I will definitely can't wait to talk about it on the Ping Pong Flix Show. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for watching. And like I said, if you absolutely love this daily dose of DC content in movies, shows, and video games, please click the like button, hit that notification bell, subscribe, keep this hot dog light on, buy a t-shirt from Teespring, and I'll see you next time. Bye.